What's up, my big stones? Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. If not, sit down, spark up, and just enjoy this video. And if y'all haven't already, please like and subscribe, comment, because these little acts of kindness just goes a long way and continues motivating me to make these little videos. So today's little story time is about my friend Stones. If y'all have watched my other videos, y'all know who I'm talking about. If not, go watch them. It's about him getting threatened by the plug. And when I mean threatened, like the plug actually pulled up to his house. Anyways, I digress. I'm just going to tell y'all the whole story. So that year, it was my first 420 ever. And my friends and I wanted to plot something huge. You see, our 15-year-old asses had a fiery passion for smoking that Zaza. So basically, my friends and I were planning on buying 2 ounces of, that medicinal herb, them spices, that tea, that za, however you like to call it, and roll a 2 foot long J. And I know, rolling a 2 foot long J is absolutely pointless because you're not going to be even able to smoke that long stick. But yeah, we just want to do something exciting for once. And this exciting idea required us to contact the school plug. And if y'all ever had to contact the school plug, then y'all know what the normal procedure is. Some unreliable guy that sells to 100 other students and is either the coolest guy on earth or the biggest dickhead ever, which was really option 2, right? If you owed this guy 2 cents, he was coming to snap your neck, man. He was giving you that John Wick special, just stabbing you with a pencil. When people saw him as cool, man, they feared him, bro. You couldn't look at him in the eyes, man. He was like a bull, which was maybe the dumbest idea to kind of buy off of him. But anyways, I was in charge of that. That was my friend Stones. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if y'all know Stones, y'all know he might be a little irresponsible sometimes. He doesn't always make the smartest decisions. But anyways, everything was in good hands, right? Because it wasn't just Stones that owed all the money. We all kind of chipped in, right? All my friends and I all gave like a little $20, $30 or whatever. But the problem was that there was 3 people that still hadn't paid yet, or they didn't have enough money or any money whatsoever. There was like 2 random guys that we didn't really hang out with, but they're going to be with us at like the 420. And there was Stones. You see, Stones never has a cent in his bank account. This man at that period of time was broke. When I say broke, like he was broke. He didn't have any money. Every time we kind of schmoked, he was kind of relying off of us to bring some stuff or bring some money. So when we all handed him little $30, $40, this guy was happy though. This guy was happy that he could finally get some za in his hands. So what he done was contact the plug and said, yo, I already got like $80. I know I owe you about like, I don't know, 60 to 80 more. But can you sell me the za now and I'll just give you the money when I save up enough for, the transaction. Which was the dumbest idea ever. Yet again, he's always doing crazy stunts. And I don't know why the plug ever agreed to that, because yet again, it's not a smart business tactic to give something to someone before they buy it completely, right? Kind of dumb. And if y'all are ever in that position, please don't do it. Just either sell your thing in one shot, or if you're gonna buy it in one shot, right? You don't want further problems. You don't want to be like Stones. You don't want to end up threatened by the cops, Anyways, the deal is sealed, right? Stone still owed like $60 more to him, but he had acquired that 2 ounces of fresh za. And oh boy, did Stones not wait a single second to start consuming. I swear, man, we were supposed to save that for 420, but this guy was just chiefing it up all the time. At school, before school, after school, at night, in the mornings, on the weekends. Yeah, he was rolling J's, giving it to some of his friends at school off of the Zaza we all paid as a friend group. So basically, my best friend was just robbing us. So basically, this guy was smoking the za that wasn't his because he hadn't paid money yet, and he was just kind of wasting all the za that was for our friend group. But I forgive him, you know. Like it's this guy doesn't have malice. This guy wouldn't steal from his friends, right? Like I know him. He was just way too eager and way too broke to afford his own stuff. So in his mindset, it was like I'm gonna smoke this now and repay them later. Problem was he didn't have any money or any za that was his, you know, and only his. And you know, he already owed a lot of money to a plug that was very aggressive. Anyways, days go by, weeks go by, and the plug's always reminding Stones like, "Yo, bro, like you got the money," and Stones is just not giving it. And like my friends and I kind of see that the plug every time he speaks to Stones, he's like more aggravated. And the more time goes on, like the plug is actually like threatening Stones. He's always like saying little things like you better pay me. Like he was just kind of like really assertive and aggressive and like you better pay me. You don't want to see what I'm gonna do to you, or like you don't want me to pull up to your house, like just random things like that. Which I get though, cause you know it kind of sucks having to chase someone around that hasn't paid you yet for something, especially for like a service or a product. But it still wasn't justifiable for him to kind of threaten my friend like that. And at some point, Stones just told him, he's like, "Yo, I swear I'll have the money the day after 420. Like I'll give you the money the day after 420. Please, like just get off my case. I'll give it to you." So the plug kind of took a mental note off of that and just was kind of like, "All right, you know, I'll see you. I'll see you after 420." Time goes by. We're at 420, right? We're having a blast, but that's a story time and a video for another day. And you know, Stones doesn't get that money. He sees the people that owed him the money. He doesn't get that money. He feels too threatened and too shy and too nice. He's just giving that Zaza away to everybody. Whole day goes by, he's just giving that Zaw to everyone. He's not caring. We pull up back to his crib at like midnight. This guy is passed out, like greening out on his couch. And that's when I knew he he was dead, man. That was the last time I was ever gonna see him. So I made sure I had a hell of a good day with him, because I was like, in my head I was like, this is legitimately the last time I'll ever speak to this guy. Either he'll be in a wheelchair for the rest of his days, his tongue will get cut off, or he's just gonna be missing. I leave and I wait for that Monday to roll around. I'm at school and Stones is nowhere to be seen. I see the plug, right? He's pissed. He's walking around asking people, right? Like if they saw him that day, Stones wasn't there. He decided to skip, which was the safest bet because the plug was legitimately going to jump him. But although Stones was as cunning as a fox and decided to stay home, the plug wasn't gonna let that slide. You see, the plug was standing on business. And mind y'all, the plug already went to Stone's house before to deliver some Blinkertons and whatnot. So that meant the plug knew where Stones lived. And boy, oh boy, did the plug not wait a second. He didn't wait a second, man. This guy drove there probably like he was in Need for Speed. So he starts sending Stones like snaps of his house saying if you don't come out, I'll break in and break both your kneecaps, which is like such a stupid, like, well, not a stupid, but such a specific insult and threat. It's kind of funny. He's also threatening to kill his mom and kill Stones, and yeah, he was legitimately getting super violent. He was spam calling him. He was just ready to throw down. And through all these complications, turns out that Stone's foster mother came out and gave the plug the remaining money. And after a while, Stones kind of owed that money back to his foster mom, but maybe a year later, 2 years later, I don't know, a long time after, she kicked him out of the house and Stones never repaid her. So she maybe paid like 60 bucks for nothing, and she never got that back. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, share it to your friends. I just love doing this, and if y'all have any recommendations, please drop it down in the comments below. And don't forget, have a beautiful day.
Hey, hey, I'm a gorilla.